kid. Fantastic win last time out. Congratulations.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to Legacy Career Mode, and welcome to episode 2 of Legacy Career Mode at the Australian Grand Prix. If you did miss the previous race, round 1, you can see I've won that race. Be sure to check that video out. Absolutely unbelievable scenes as I won on debut in Formula 1 for Williams. As you can see, Mark Webber second, Lewis Hamilton third, Michael Schumacher on Formula 1 return, 4th place. But as you can see, Sebastian Vettel's had an absolute shocker of a first race of the season, finishing P14 after I was literally fighting for the win against him. Something must have happened, he must have had a car problem, and that is a devastating start to the season for Sebastian Vettel. But if you look up, you will see that Bruno Senna gets points, living up to the name and getting points for HRT, surprisingly. But with all that said, let's get into the second race of F1 Legacy Career Mode. Now, as we get into qualifying, you see I'm all the way down in 20th on my final lap. I have to improve to even get out of the first qualifying session. We go into this braking zone, we go wide, we keep the foot in, and we have our first little crash. And that is it. We end up 20th on the grid, unbelievably, after winning the previous race. I get out qualified by my teammate Rubens Barrichello, who actually gets the best result for the team, finishing 18th, which is actually terrible compared to last weekend. Right, so here we are, 20th on the grid, a small chance of rain, but let's see what we can do from 20th place on the grid. Don't know if we can do much because it seems like I already had no pace in qualifying. With the crash, don't have much confidence, but anyway, let's get into this race.
Get the car off the jacks and start the engine. Let's get the car on the track.
Here we go then for the race. We'll see what we can do. 12 laps. Can we get any points here? Can we do anything? As we watch the 5 red lights go up, and as the lights set on, away we go. We do get a great launch actually. Can we overtake our teammate Barrichello for 18th? As we go towards this long run to turn 1, can we have a dive bomb? Go all the way up into P16. We dive bomb on the 2 Rossos as we get up into P16. But Buemi actually gets us on the exit as we have a compromised exit. We are now on P17. We're going to have a run on Buemi. We're going to have a look. Can we have a dive bomb up the inside? We go on Buemi. We can't quite get there. Moving on to later on in the lap. We're going to have a go around the outside of Buemi. Almost we make contact there. Buemi seems to have more straight line speed than us now. Going into the next corner. We're going to have a look though. Can we have a dive bomb? We do go for the dive bomb. We have a compromised exit. Buemi just blasts back past us. But we're not going to go up here. We go round the swooping right-hander. Going into the penultimate corner, we're going to have a massive dive bomb moment on him. And we actually give him a bit of a squeeze. And we do get up into P16 as we go on to the second lap of this race. As we got on to the end of the third lap, we are actually chasing Karun Chandhok and we go off the track. And this is my sign to pit now. I'm going to go for the undercut on everyone and see what happens here. As we're going to try and go very long on these new prime tyres. As we go into the pits now, it looks like Timo Glock has followed us into the pits. He must have had an issue or something. And he is actually behind us in 24th place now. As we come to lap 6 now, Kovalainen seems to have just pitted and end up ahead of us. And we're frustrated about this. And we go for a massive dive bomb. And we go deep onto the grass. And that was such an unnecessary move from us. And it loses us a heap of time. Get to later on in the lap. We're going to try and line up a move on him. And maybe get a great exit through this corner. And have a run on him through the next corner, and he goes a bit wide. He has a bad run, and we're going to overtake him on the straight here. We're side by side, going to the right hander, down the inside. He swoops around the outside of us. These AI have way more grip than me. It looks like the only way to overtake these AI cleanly is to give them a bit of a squeeze, and we go for another dive bomb, and he still goes around the outside again. But this time I just think we weren't as committed because we knew that we went too deep last time and we did not want to make the same mistake. And now someone's coming out of the pit lane here, and it's Sebastian Vettel. Unbelievable. Another bad race for Vettel. all the way down in P16. And Vettel here can't even clear this Lotus, as he's so slow. We go round the outside of Kovalainen, and can we have a little look on Sebastian Vettel, who seems to be very slow. We have a look, we can't quite get him here. As we come to later in the lap, we go very deep and get a warning for exceeding track limits, and we actually don't have any pace. The Red Bulls seem very slow, but we don't have any pace as we're on lap 10 now. And I'm gonna go wide again in this fast corner, and I just have like no pace. I can't believe it. I have no pace and the car is hard to drive. As we're on the penultimate lap now, we're into the penultimate corner and we spin the car, and our teammate Barrichello is gonna pass us going on to the final lap of this race. We're gonna lose to our teammate in an absolutely terrible race that we're having. As we now cut to the final corner, the final lap, we have a massive dive bomb on our teammate in frustration, but we do back out of the dive bomb last minute because we do realize this is my teammate here, so I am gonna have to settle for P19, a terrible result after we literally won last weekend.
Well, that's not the best result for us. At least we got to the end of the race. See you in the garage.
And as you can see, 56 seconds off the pace. And we were fighting against the HRT at the end. Not much better from Sebastian Vettel, P16. Fernando Alonso wins the Australian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton second. Mark Webber third. And I think that does make Lewis Hamilton the championship leader now. It does. He's a joint first place with Mark Webber with 33 points each. And actually, me and Alonso are tied third place on 25 points each. That is very weird. And I didn't even notice that until afterwards. But look at that. Sebastian Vettel, 19th in the championship. Unbelievable stuff. We moved down to 5th in the Constructors after leading it in the first race. Ferrari take over as Constructors Championship leaders to McLaren. And Mercedes once again tied on points. What is going on here? I didn't even notice this during the recording. But yeah, let's get into the interview with Crofty.
Tell me, what are your hopes and aspirations for the current season? And do you have any personal objectives that you want to achieve?
I mean, yeah, I want to win every race, but clearly not, because that was just a terrible weekend from my end and from the team's end, but yeah.
I think your performance this weekend was a true reflection of what you and your car are capable of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's terrible from this team and me.
It's been a hectic start to the season for most of the drivers. How's it panning out for you?
Well, this season I've had one very, very high by winning my first ever race, and a very, very low by just having an absolute terrible weekend all round. So yeah. So guys, if you did enjoy that one, please like and subscribe. And the next video will come out same time tomorrow, which will be the Sepang Grand Prix, the Malaysian Grand Prix. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.